Hey yo, my name is Joe. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about the top 5 books and series that I would love to see made into a movie. Hello there, my name is Joanna. I refer to myself here as Joe, and I am Fight and Read Like a Girl, where I do talk everything bookish and polycystic ovarian syndrome related. Rather talk books because, that's why we're here. Anyway, so today we're actually going to be talking about all the books that are books and series that I would love to see made into a movie. Now, any of the books that I mentioned, if you guys have already know that these have been made into a movie, please send those movies my way. Like, tell me in the comments below, tell me, where I can find it to watch it, because I have not seen any of these. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and dive in. So first, we're going to talk a series, and that is the House of Night series. This series was one of my all-time favorites. I'm going to go ahead and set these down because this is heavy. So the House of Night series was definitely one of my favorites, kind of like going into adulthood, and I really liked the idea and the concept of it, where vampires are a part of the society, but very downgraded. And the fact that they had to hide their tattoos and everything like that. I think, the idea and the makeup behind these vampires would be absolutely stunning, absolutely gorgeous. And it's a movie I could get behind. Let's just go with that. So if you're actually not familiar with the House of Night series, you follow a girl named Zoe who ends up getting marked by the goddess Nyx. And she has to go to the House of Night, and she starts learning about all of the different elements, and I feel like the House of Night actually kind of mixes vampirism with witchcraft. That's kind of like the best way that I can put it. It's probably totally wrong, but I definitely think a movie made out of that would be rather interesting. But getting back to what it's about. So she goes to the House of Night, and she ends up learning that she's a little bit more powerful than a normal fledgling. So I truly love the House of Night series. I thought it wasn't greatly written, I will say that, because if I go back and read it now, I could probably see a lot of flaws with it, because I've done a lot of reading since then. But I do truly believe it would make a fantastic movie or series. Alright, so this next one, I definitely feel like a lot of people would agree with me, but maybe not. I don't know. But that is the 7 Realms series, which begins with the Demon King. I truly loved this series, and I would love to see it on a big screen or the little screen as a series or as a movie. Actually, no, I'd say this one I'd love to see as a movie. I'd love to see all of these as a movie. If you're not familiar with the 7 Realms series, you follow a couple of characters. This is really hard to hold. You follow Reja and Han, and they're both kind of trying to discover who they are and where they're going. And you have Reja, who is an heir to the throne, and you have Han, who is trying to discover who he is. Their worlds end up colliding and meeting, and it goes from there. My personal favorite out of the whole entire series was the... Oh, God. I would definitely say it had to be a cross between the Exiled Queen and the Grey Wolf Throne. However, I really loved the character development in the Grey Wolf Throne of Reja, complete and total 180 from where she was in the Exiled Queen, and she is just truly a remarkable character. I can't wait to dive back into this, but I definitely feel like as a movie this would be so many gorgeous costumes, so many amazing effects, and I think if somebody were to adapt this, it would be a fantastic movie. So the next series we have is the Immortals Series by Alice and Noel. This one is kind of like the same idea. Hold on, let me rehold this. So this one is actually kind of the same idea as Twilight, but I feel like it's a little bit long stretched out. So you have this girl named Evermore, but she calls herself Ever, who ends up getting into a car accident with her parents and is forced to go live with her aunt out in California. And after this car accident, she ended up getting this weird power where she touches somebody and she's able to read their thoughts, know their history behind all of it, and she doesn't want this power, so she also can, like, hear thoughts and whatnot. So she mainly, most of the time, has her headphones in with a hood up and is just ignoring the world. That was until a boy comes in and tells her that she's special. I know, so cliche, right? But I truly actually think this would make a fantastic movie or TV series. Definitely because just some of the character development is really good, and I would love to see some of it on the screen. Once you get to Shadowland, you start seeing some really cool effects, and I think that would be definitely one of the ones that would be an episode that would be fun, or a movie that would be fun to watch. By the time you get to Night Star, that's when things kind of start to fizzle out a little bit. But I definitely truly feel that some of the special effects for this books would be really cool. A spin-off would be Radiance, because this is a spin-off of the Immortals series, but this is from her sister, so it's kind of cool. Alright, this next one is kind of like a standalone novel, but I truly think it'd make a really good thriller movie. But that would be Behind Closed Doors by B.A. Paris. I mean, isn't it obvious I would include B.A. Paris on this list? I mean, she's one of my all-time favorite authors, so of course I think one of her books should be made into a movie. And this one would make a fantastic movie. If you're not familiar with this, even though I've talked about it a couple of times on my channel, you actually follow a girl named Grace, and it goes from the past to the present, and Grace ends up, in the past, meets this fantastic, wonderful guy who she just can't believe the type of person she is, or he is. He's perfect, he's, you know, just truly one of those guys that we all look for. Or, you know, that one of those people we all look for. Fast forward to the present, and he is the complete and total utter asshole. And that all changed the day after their wedding. Now, when they invite friends over and everything like that, you know, it's the perfect couple. You know, they have the perfect house, the perfect, you know, they seem perfect, they're perfect for each other. You know, Grace can cook like you wouldn't believe. And, you know, Jack is just like, treats her so well. But once that door closes, it's a completely different story. And this all took place the night after they got married. And I really, really, truly think this would make a really good movie. Because just like the thriller aspect of it, it'd be cool to see how they would portray the past to the present. And in a way, I feel like this could be done like the way that Gone Girl was done. Who was the actor? Ben Affleck, and I don't remember who the female was, but I'll put her name right here. But I definitely think it would be kind of like the same idea along that. Like, you know, they go from her perspective, his perspective, so they go from past to present. And I really, truly think this would make a really fabulous movie. So, yay! Alright, so that is all I have for you for books and series that I would love to see made into a movie or a TV series. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. As always, any books that I mention, I always leave listed down below, and a link to Goodreads so you can go check them out for yourself. And I hope you will hit subscribe so you can join my cute little small community here, because we love books and, you know, we're here for it. So, yeah. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will see you next time. Bye!